Back now at 7:15, fresh off his State of the City address, Mayor Steve Adler joining us in studio this morning to talk about his plan for the future of Austin. Good morning, sir. Thank you for being here with us.
Good morning. Great to be here.
So a big theme in your address last night was affordability here in the city of Austin. It's something that affects probably everybody here in the city. You mentioned something called an affordability audit. What is that? What does it look at? How does it help the city?
Affordability, a key issue, but you're right, it touches everybody, but in touching everybody, it means lots of different things to lots of different people. I think it's real important for the city to do an audit of itself, both to determine what it is that makes for affordability. Is it the utility bill? Is it housing costs? Is it child care? Is it transportation? So that we really know what it is that is causing the affordability challenge crisis that we have, so that we can focus on those elements. And this is an audit that we're asking the auditor to do across city government on affordability.
Transportation is the other big issue. People always talk about the traffic here in Austin, and it kind of ties into the affordability because people, move farther out to buy a place they can afford, then they have to drive into work. I know there are a few options that have been voted down in the past. In your opinion, what is the path forward, pardon the pun, on this?
It's a good pun. And you're right, those two things are tied together. We're never going to solve affordability until we do something about mobility and congestion in this city, for the reasons that you gave and many others. We have now started a 3-month community process to talk about what are the projects that we need to do, but to be serious about them. Perhaps even doing a bond election in the fall, but we need to take a look at I-35. We need to take a look at the corridor plans that are on the shelf that we haven't implemented on roads like Airport and Lamar and MLK. We need to do something about 360 and 620, but we need to actually do things. So this conversation that we're kicking off now, the next 2 or 3 months in the community, is going to identify those priorities.
So I wanted to get to another issue. We, of course, had this shooting involving an APD officer where a young man was killed. Yesterday, the president of the Austin Police Association said he criticized the department for having this investigation, paring it down to 30 days versus the normal 45. He says it's a rush job. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, whenever you have a shooting like this, whenever you lose someone like David Joseph, we lost a 17-year-old child, and regardless of what happens next, that's horrible for the city. We need an investigation. It needs to be concluded. It needs to happen quickly, but it also needs to happen deliberately. I don't have the competence or the expertise to know whether 30 or 45 days is the right amount of time. But I want it to be done quickly, but I want it to be done thoroughly as well.
Would you like to see an outside investigator look at this case, if nothing else, just for public perception?
I think we have to initially do our internal investigation. I have no hesitancy at all about having outside eyes take a look at what we do, to take a look at our policies, to take a look at how we implement our policies. But that process begins with us completing our internal investigation.
All right, well, Mayor Adler, congratulations on your first year in office. I'm sure it's got to be a trying time, and best of luck in the year to come. We appreciate you coming in this morning.
I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, thank you.